Alright, stream should be live. Let's test this out. Let's go to my YouTube channel real quick. Notify the user. This is going to be a work in progress. This is the raw grassroots channel. Okay, here we go. How do I see my live streams? Haha, live. This is going to be a work in progress. Oh, sounds okay. We're about to have a loop of my voice for the rest of all time. Okay. Okay, let me edit my Reddit. Let me message this person. Chat. Okay. Are you always on top? No. When I open this game, this chat's going to go away. OBS has a little bit of a learning curve. Okay. I'll be always on top. Always on top. Where are you? Oh, you are always on top. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna wait a minute. Let's see what's happening though. Okay. Team goes left. Your Mercy gets picked. I missed that actually. I'm trying to figure out the controls. How does Mercy get picked here? Why does Mercy get picked here? Oh, she takes a headshot. I mean, for some reason, she's not in cover. I don't know what's happening there. But y'all are just taking a disadvantageous high ground fight. Oh, okay. Junkrat gets a pick, and you're kind of in the game. Let's wait for the user to get here. Why is my chat not always on top? This is the thing that always needs to be on top, yo. Oh, hello. I think he's here. Just looking at your game right now. Let me know if the audio's weird or anything. First thing I'm seeing is you guys... Okay, they got driven off of high ground anyway. You could have taken them up the stairway up here and pressured high ground, but because this is looking like a lower ranked game, they just sort of left high ground anyway. Okay. I saw your Mercy get picked very weirdly. This is what I'm talking about. Let me roll it back. Let me roll it back. Roll it back. Okay. Here we go. We're right here. Y'all are playing a kind of literal uphill battle here. And this is the common positioning here that people are going to want to contest. Is this high ground here on this level? There's a couple high ground points on this level. This is another one. I think in the highest level of play, on these push maps, like really high level teams tend to defend exactly on the objective because flanker players are so good, like Tracer and Sombra. But this is really common for a lower like metal rank game, which, to be fair, I'm probably included in Diamond for the really top ranked people. But these are the paths that you're going to want to familiarize yourself with. Your whole team went left, you went straight, and it ended up not mattering. My tip-off immediately that like your supports probably aren't super high level is none of them came with you. They all went with the DPS, which might mean they're actually queued up together. But normally, with your comp, Mercy is going to be top pocketing your soldier. Kiriko is going to be wanting to be with you and be your primary healer. Junkrat is probably going to play more of a flanker role, but this is kind of just like everybody's clicking at each other's head and not doing much tactics kind of gameplay. Mercy got picked really weirdly. If she said tank diff, she had no business commenting on anything because 8 seconds ago. 8 seconds ago, Mercy gets picked by Hanzo because y'all are looking up. This is partially on you two as the tank. Y'all are looking up trying to take a hard fight. This team, luckily you have Junkrat grenades going on, and he hits a couple, and he forces them off. But as a non-vertical tank like Ramatra, you're going to want to actually find a way to get up here and contest this. They left this real fast. If you choose a high ground spot, this is for you as well when you're on defense. If you choose a high ground spot, you're going to want to actually try to hold it. So your best bet as Ramatra is coming up, I would say, here through the stairs and forcing them off of this high ground. You can't do that, however, if you don't have support of your supports. Your Kiriko is not concerned with you. I would say she's not fulfilling her role in this comp, but as a Kiriko main, that's my highest rated character, so I would be with you right now as Kiriko. Alright, I'm belaboring some of this here, though. Y'all got a couple picks. Let me fast forward a little bit, because y'all got a couple picks. The thing that I wanted to look at here was just really briefly your tank battle. Rambi Ram is not a super interesting tank battle because y'all both have huge hitboxes. Sorry. Did you comment on here? Audio's good? The DPS said tank if. Got it. Okay. Cool. I'll try to keep the comments open. Alright, this is the battle I wanted to see. I want to see your cooldowns here. God. Okay, what do we got? We got... This is not... Yeah, I'd say that's fine. I'd say what you did there is fine. The one thing, Ram v Ram is a little bit brain dead. I've spent a lot of time on Ramatra. For a long time, he was my favorite character. On release especially, he's so cool. But his mirror match is a little bit weird and a little bit brain dead. If you desynchronize your Nemesis forms, you're exposing yourself. So what happened there, let's go back 20 seconds. He comes into your face, right, because you've popped your cooldown first, and you have given up your ability to be the brawl tank, and now you're the poke tank, weenie Ramatra again. And he sees an opportunity, but he is overly aggressive and using his Omnic form to try to take you out. Luckily, your supports are here for you, but I'd say that's a slight mistake. In this matchup, you're really exposed. If you pop your Nemesis form first and you don't get value from it, you could be in trouble. It works out. Your team got a couple picks. I'd say this was mostly fine, but I would have liked to see you specifically contest the high ground rather than rely on your Junkrat to do some damage up there. Because you guys didn't really have a good way to contest high ground. I really like D.Va for attack here because she's so good at contesting the two critical high ground points. But this is fine. I don't think you got tank diffed yet. Let me just make sure you didn't comment. I don't know how to get my comments on top. We're coming to the part that was bothering you. Okay, cool. Okay, so here, this is normally not how this should work. You probably want Kiriko or Junkrat pushing this forward. This is just with random people, so it's whatever that you got payload duty, but you are the most effective character on your team's comp. I mean, you're almost always going to be. This is almost always going to be true. You're the most effective character at holding space, so you being on the payload is not ideal. I think your team feeds off of the way you're handling payload a little bit here. Kiriko's doing the right thing. These are two of my mains, so I could speak to both of these pretty explicitly. Kiriko, I'd say, is doing the right thing here, pushing the payload. I would like to see, personally, if this were me playing Ramattra, I'd like to be up here. Because they have no pressure on the payload. They have no flankers. What you're kind of want your eyes and ears peeled for is if they've got a tracer or something like that. Maybe you being able to pressure the payload is important here. But otherwise, because they don't have that in their comp, unless I'm having a brain fart, I don't think they had that in their comp. No, they have like a pretty basic brawl comp. You want to be contesting this high ground. It's the most important thing for this part of the push. So I'd say you're missing a little bit here, getting stuck as the one just being here. And Kira's doing it. She's offering to do it, but you're also here with her. You don't need to be here. It's very minor, the difference in the speed that this push happens if you're with her. So they are fighting a tank. They're fighting a full team. So if they lose this fight here, I could see why they get frustrated, but they've also sort of put themselves in this situation. Somebody's pushing this. It shouldn't be you, but it is. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah. See, this whole thing goes to shit for you guys because they win high ground. And that starts all the way back there. Don't ever be the person pushing when you're playing tank. When you're playing a beefy brawl tank like Ramattra, don't be the person pushing the payload. Let Kiriko do it. Because she also has a teleport. So if shit hits the fan and she's not there, she could teleport in and you guys can give up payload for a second. Your whole team loses this fight here. Let's actually watch how they lose this fight. I mean, this is pretty low level. I'd say that 3 of them are such easy targets next to each other. To be fair, they're all trying to take the same cover, but your DPS are next to each other the entire time. Like, ideally, you'd have a soldier over here off-angling. This is so easy for their team to aim at your team. They don't have to look any other directions. Your Mercy also keeps flying into harm's way. Soldier's fucking deadly right now. So when you're flying around a soldier against a soldier in Season 9, you're really putting yourself at risk. But she's doing fine taking cover here. This is where you guys lose the fight. Yeah. This Kiriko's smart. She took payload when she was supposed to. She off-angled when she recognized nobody else was off-angling. That was a good position for her. But y'all lost the position right here. This high ground is so important on this map. Right here. I'd assume everybody's got their ult at this point. But look at your position versus their position. This is scary. Sojourn is scary for you because your hitbox is huge. So she's going to charge on you, and then she could easily headshot that Kiriko when she charges up her beam, up her alt fire. These guys are fucked. Like, Junkrat goes down. He's trying to... This Junkrat's sort of like... making weird positional plays in the first 2 fights. Like, he's not off-angling, he's just grenade spamming. That's not a really smart Junkrat. Like, the really smart Junkrats try to 2-tap people, they try to off-angle, they try to be sneaky. So this is, like, kind of If he's saying the tank diff, like, I'd take that with a grain of salt. Yeah, she's fucked. He's fucked. He's fucked. He's trying to run away. It's too late for him, though. Yeah, he dies, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, y'all lost the fight when they won the high ground. And that... You didn't make any technical mistakes here. This is one of those subtle things. You didn't make a technical mistake. You made a mistake all the way back here when you let yourself be the one pushing the payload forward. And now you guys got to fight the uphill battle. Let's see where you go. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Is there a hotkey to go back 20 seconds? What happens? What happens to the soldier? That's dangerous. Soldier in Season 9 is scary as fuck. They're probably going to nerf him. We almost gets the pick. Oh, that's sad. I mean, your damage got outplayed there. I was going to say, you could have been up here. And realistically, I think your best play is coming up here. Is coming up here where Soldier is coming. Because if you have high ground here, the payload is right here. Like, look at how hard this position... If this Ramatra Zotax tries to hold from right here, you've kind of taken the brain-dead Ramatra v Ramatra fight option, and your skill expression is going to be limited in this matchup. Just because, like I said, you guys are going to use your Omnic forms, your Nemesis forms, in sync. You're both going to be giant hitboxes. You're both going to be able to block each other's shots when you need to, not be able to damage each other. If you take this fight from the start, I personally would like to go up here. Because this, you already saw how this is a death trap. This was a death trap for your team when you guys were down here. This could have been a death trap that you returned the favor on when they were trying to defend the payload down here. They made the same mistake. Defend the payload from up here. High ground is like so important in this game, and it's important on this map, particularly right here. Your soldier and your Junkrat got outplayed. They just got technical skilled outplayed. They easily could have won their matchup. Kiri on their team made a great play to off-angle your soldier. Your supports were late to the party. Your soldier was probably out in front of his team a little bit. Everybody's making mistakes here. Nothing like damnable by any means, but it all adds up. I would have come up here with them. I think that's the play. Now you guys are in trouble. You've lost everything. This is over. This is over. Let's see what you do. This is over. This is over. This is over. Nope. 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 Don't pop this. Don't do this. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah. Look at that kill feed up in the top right. Y'all all compounded each other's errors here. I mean, y'all look like are on the same skill level than me. And no judgment. Like, I don't know what the skill level this actually is. I don't think I'd be very good at trying to determine that based on gameplay alone. Because I don't even know what skill levels are anymore in Season 9. But y'all are looking like metal. Everybody made a mistake there. Everybody on your entire team made a mistake there. Your Kiri saw the kill feed where you lost 3 people, and then she ulted. She wasted her ult. And to be fair... You're in a really hard situation now. She uses her ult on a lost fight. When she's pressing the ult button, Mercy's dying, so she didn't necessarily know Mercy was dead, but she knew you didn't have a DPS. Your DPS died immediately, and you guys had to get out of there and live to fight another battle. You sink a ton of resources right here. And your Kiriko suckers you a little bit because she pops her ult. Let me see what you're looking at. Yeah, you're in trouble. Look at this. You're in the same Death Valley. You and Kiriko in Death Valley. If If you're commenting right now, I'll check it out in a second. Sorry. I gotta figure out how to keep these comments on top. Yeah. And she kind of sucker punched you as your teammate. You wanted to be aggressive with her, and you pop your ult, but you're dead. I don't know why this team... I mean, your opponent's making a lot of mistakes, too. They have you dead to rights. Soldiers up here, Sojourns up here. I don't know why they just keep leaving high ground. I guess it's very safe for them at this point, because they know you're the only one left. But you tried to salvage a dead play. It's a dead play. Keep your ult. And this is the kind of thing, they're in spawn, they're dead, and they all know they're dead, and they hear you pop your ult, and they start thinking tank diff. Even though they all made mistakes to lead you into this position, because it's human nature to defend your own eco, they're like, oh, tank diff. Let me see if you're commenting. Kira could... It has to move, though. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm late to this comment where you're talking about the payload has to move. Yes, you're right. Be out in front. Be the aggressive one. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. The payload has to move, and that's like a really easy, like, I'm being the team player kind of mentality to fall into, but be the shot caller as the tank. Don't be the one that's, like, being... obliging for the rest of the team. Don't let them go play the games, and you as Ramatra, who's a beast, sit back on payload. Don't do that. Anyway, sorry I'm late to the comments. Let me try to open up my phone and make sure I'm actually here on the comments with you. I don't know why that is not staying on top. That's really annoying. Hold on one second, sorry. This is very slow learning process for me. Okay, I got comments open on another screen, so I'll be able to see. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. You said this is the part that bothered you. I see why. They are feeling really good now because they've got all of your cooldowns got reset, all of your old cooldowns got reset. Why? Yeah, and she's dead, right? Mercy plays, everybody's just like, now you're all are in the bronze, you said it might be bronze, y'all are in the low metal, trickle in and die economy. Mercy used her ult knowing her tank was dead. When they hear the Mercy ult, they're going to pop their ults because they should know that you're dead. I don't even see how you die. Let's see how you died here. Look, Mercy's going to ult here. I don't like it. She sees Kiriko's low. How do you get popped? Pop that faster. Pop that faster. Maybe you didn't see her from your angle. I have the advantage of height. Pop your Nemesis form faster and you could kill Soldier, and she didn't know you were there. She was in her ult. And now you guys are dead. Yeah. They started a team fight. They started popping ults. Mercy was the first. They started popping ults without their tank. You're late. All of you guys are compounding each other's mistakes. Let's see this Junkrat get picked. He's going to get picked up here, right? Okay, he makes it out. From this point on, you're out of sync. You guys sure are. Yeah, he's got his ult and you don't. Okay. I will say the thing I'm noticing that you could change today immediately is high ground, high ground, high ground. I think this whole game could be completely different with that one trick. Like, it's like this one trick, like infomercial. This one trick, you spend more if you just spend more time on high ground, because if you want to play a little more where you could pressure the low ground and then the high ground, go somebody like Diva or Monkey. When you're Ramattra, you have no way to get up here except for the stairs. Look at them and look at you. Now, I realize there was more plays that happened in the previous 15 seconds to get you into this position, but it all started with you going down Main Street. The one advantage when you went down Main Street is you could have picked Soldier or Sojourn. You didn't get quite the pick on Sojourn. Other than that, if you started up here, you guys would have been in much better shape. I'm going to assume that that's the trend, that you're, what I would say, is a little overly concerned with payload. I know payload is how you win, and I know objective is how you win, but it starts back here when you sit on payload, and then it starts and it continues down this main street when all of your play lines are going to payload, rather than up, taking the important spot to actually contest, winning the fight, and then pushing the payload when they're all dead. Yeah. You guys are just out of sync here. We'll watch it if there's something really interesting. You guys get off-angled by Soldier because you're going down Main Street. So I think it's just like the real obvious fix today is, let's go back. I'm just going to let it run because I doubt anything really interesting happens while you're dead here. Your play line here is up here. Take this high ground. Kill them because they don't have high ground advantage. Take this point. Push forward. Take this high ground. Kill them because they don't have the high ground advantage. Let your Kiriko push this payload for you. Yeah, it's a Desperation Orisa switch, but again, you're just going down Main Street. One thing to change. Yeah. Works well in quick play, I bet. Yep. Yeah, it's over. Whose is this? Oh, it's your... You guys had a couple cooldowns left to get it, and these guys aren't professionals you're playing, so you get the picks, but you go down Main Street again. That's one simple change. It's just a one positioning change to drill in your head. High ground, high ground, high ground. Just tell yourself that. What is she doing? She just stared 248 damage in the face. I don't know. Yeah. It's the same thing here. Don't be the payload pusher. You don't need to be. You're Orisa. You're a monster. Okay, why did you die here? What actually happens cooldown usage-wise? Because I don't need to beat the dead horse that you need to be a little forward position. I think you get that. Even Desperation, we went pretty lucky. Yeah, the rest of the game is like this. Yeah, when you don't understand these little these like spatial positioning things, when somebody just doesn't point it out to you, you're gonna keep doing it over and over again. So even just saying it once, and we talk about it once, you'll probably play this better. You're face tanking too much damage here. You face tanked a little bit too much damage. You can still push this payload from here, so I'd be taking a cover a little bit better here. Why did you take so much damage? I keep missing this. Why did you take so much damage so fast? What actually happened? You're face tanking damage there, but then they get you back up to pretty high health, right? Yeah. Okay. So you're taking pocketed soldier, you're taking mercy pocketed soldier damage and sojourn damage. And yes, you are Orisa, but excuse me, sorry. If you're 6 feet over, I think you're still alive. You're kind of looking at them from here, right? And look at, you see all of them, but they see all of you. Who's the one you actually want to try to pick? Maybe Soldier, or maybe Sojourn, maybe Kiriko. Pick the squishy that you have the best opportunity of picking, because you have no damage fall off when you're Orisa. So you might even be able to pick Mercy. I go Orisa into Widowmaker now. She's really good at pressuring people from a distance. If you want to pick Sojourn, this should be your red flag. If your view is this is your red flag as a tank that your team is in trouble. Because you're not in cover at all. You see a pocketed soldier running at you. You see a Sojourn that doesn't seem to be too afraid. They have a big advantage right now. And they know that their tank is about to come at you and press his ult. But this whole thing is different if you are here. At some point, you're going to need to give up the payload and move back because you guys are just not doing enough damage and you're losing the fight. If you were here this whole time, right here, instead of right here, that 6 feet makes a big difference, and I think you're still alive because you're Orisa. I don't know if this game was this Season 9? Soldier ult, yeah, that's what got you. But you could kind of back out of it if you're right up here. Use cover. Everybody's got to use cover now with the new damage passive. So if this was a Season 9 game, which it sounds like it was, your supports aren't able to keep up with the damage because you're out in Main Street. So you just cover here, and I think you're still alive. The rest is elementary for them. They clear out your whole team. Their Iron Cow is dead, so they're all dead. Oh, your soldier makes it. Let's see what he's got going on. He's got the right idea. Season 9, yeah. Okay. 10 seconds, you know you don't have a choice. That's a shame. You're in desperation mode, so this... I think you probably pick Kiriko there if you hold that ult for another half second. You're probably thinking about her Suzu when you're doing the early trigger on pressing the ult button again to make sure you do the damage. But you probably kill Kiriko if you wait another half second. Did she use her cooldown? Yeah, there you go. You saw it. You saw it. If you have a Orisa ult, this is a really big cooldown attack. The biggest cooldown attack on the team is her Suzu. She used it, and it seemed like you popped ult immediately, so I think you're aware of it. I think you miss killing her by like literally a quarter of a second. I think you just choked. I think you choked a little bit because of how this game has gone. I think you guys might be able to win this still if Kiriko's dead. I think you could have gotten her, but that's just a... If you were still thinking about Suzu in the back of your head, and that's why you pulled the trigger early on executing the ult, ending it prematurely, you saw the Suzu go off. So if that's why you ended it prematurely, it's because you missed that the Suzu already happened and she didn't have the cooldown anymore. If you just panicked and were like, oh, damn, I need to do damage because we need to kill them, like, that's just going to take, like, a lot of time, right? It's just muscle memory. So you were close. I don't have a problem with it. It's over. All right. Sorry, this is going slow. Let's move on to your defense. See what happened. Didn't see nothing? Yeah. Yeah. That is generally true. They do often evade if you hold it for more than 2 seconds. But it's like a game of hot hands. In that particular one, you would have gotten the pick on Kiriko if you held it. So I guess what I'm saying is it's situational, and don't just default to, hey, I always need to end this ult early. There, you need to get the pick with your ult. It's your only chance, so hold the damn thing. Sometimes you just hold it to the end and hope somebody's dumb enough to walk back into it. But you missed the opportunity to secure a kill there, and there's a lot of luck involved, so I'm not flaming me for it. But on that one, if you held it, you would have gotten it. Maybe because it's a luck-dependent thing, maybe sometimes you hold it and sometimes you don't. If next time you're in that situation, hold it for an extra second and try to secure the kill. But also, remember that the major counter to your ult on their team comp is Suzu. So you saw the Suzu happen, and it looked like you acknowledged that the Suzu happened when you hit your ult. So it seems like you missed it. But the major things I think you need to take away from this are cooldown tracking and positioning, high ground. I think those are the two big ones. Not trickling in and dying, and not being sucker punched by your team into spending your big cooldowns because they did. Because that happened earlier too, and that hurt your guys' attack a lot when your Kiriko used her ult on a lost fight and then you used your ult on a lost fight. Don't panic. Be psychotically robotic with your own abilities. Yeah. Yeah. It's beating a dead horse. I'd like you up here. This is fine. This is fine. This will treat you well in not particular... What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. This will treat you fine holding this doorway for a while. I have a preference on you holding this high ground, though. Are they making a play for it? They sure are, right? Yep. Yep. This is exactly what I was talking about with your attack. Yep. Yep, now look at where you guys are. Just making sure. Sorry, I'm leaning over weirdly. I'm just making sure you're not commenting on my phone here. I don't think I have anything new to say. You already know. You already know from your attack what I'm talking about there. They did what I told you should do, and they put you in this death valley. All right, let's see what's happening over here. You guys are doing one of those trickle in and die thing again, right? Yep. Nothing new to say here. I'd like you up here, personally. I mean, you're your own person. I'm not a good player to tell you where you should be, but I personally would have picked up here. Soldier with a mercy pocket, with high ground advantage, with ult. You guys are done. Looks like you panic. Let's see this panic ult. Let's see what happened here. Soldier's dead. You guys are done. You panic. Nope. Don't do it. You did the same thing. It's funny. You did the same thing in the same part of the map. Because if the offense goes swimmingly, as it did for both teams here, y'all are going to have the ult on the same time, right? On offense or defense, you're going to get your ult around here. If it wasn't particularly challenging for the other team to take point A. You panic ulted twice in the same location. Ult for health. Don't do it. Just die. Just die. You lost already. I get it. I get what you're saying. You're trying to salvage something. You're trying to be a hero, but just die. What I think you probably missed, the tunnel vision you probably had here, is that you didn't watch your kill cam in the top right. You saw your soldier die, your Junkrat die, your Mercy die. Just die. It's fine. Because you're going to get one crack. You're going to get one crack at contesting this if you all die right here. And now you're... Why is he doing this? What the fuck did he just do? Misclick, I guess? Alright. I guess maybe you wouldn't have time anyway, but... You're still Ramatra and you don't have an ult, so... Either way, don't pop it there. You're dead. Yeah. You didn't respect your opponent enough there. I think it threw you off that you got spawned on the for defense here, but it was already over. Your team decided, and this is a hard thing about, like, y'all aren't communicating with each other probably. Your DPS has decided that they're moving on to the last point of defense, and you don't know that. But you're alone here. We see that. You see that, obviously. That was an easy pick for them. I don't know what the fuck your Junkrat is doing. He uses ult, and he's just, I don't know, staring at books. Your Junkrat has no business saying DPS diff. Oh, I'm sorry, tank diff. He's dead, right? Yeah. At least he got him, but he's making a lot of mistakes. This game is over now, right? He's dead, right? It's not over. Y'all make the plays. It's okay that you ended up using your ult earlier because you probably would have popped it there. And now you have it. So that worked out. I don't think it worked out because you planned it that way. It's still winnable, though. They swap Widowmaker and immediately die. Okay. Let's see if you could have done this different. This is the last thing, end of the game. Yeah, I think you could have done something different here. Zen said tank and DPS diff. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say that's... I mean, Zen's also done some weird shit, too. So he's not, like, without sin. Everybody on your team has kind of deserved to lose this game. Like, nobody's played this perfect. I think probably here, your damage gets a really critical pick on the bronze player trying to be Widowmaker hero. And I think this is your time to add some pressure in Nemesis form. It's pretty desperate. You have 4 minutes left. I think you got to take your shots aggressively. Because I mean, you have to win so many team fights. I'm up here. I see look at the kill cam. I see red kills blue, or vice versa from your perspective, but you know what I mean. Your team kills their team, and I'm going in. I'm going in, and your sort of sight lines that you're working with at that point, you see soldier gets pick on Widow. Shield up. Get about here. Try not to take too much damage from this. You literally hug this. You hug this. You run here. You try to get here. and you Nemesis form, and you try to pressure them so Mercy doesn't get the easy res. But it's pretty. You guys are pretty done. You're really behind, and you're not technically so much better than them that you could just afford to these battles of attrition for 4 minutes. Moira's dead. Yeah. What happens to you? I mean, your Mercy lets you die. Going for the res of Moira. Moira's important, but you're more important. Yeah. You didn't make a huge mistake on this. I would just say, knowing you have 4 minutes and knowing what that means, how many team fights you have to win, go in hard as soon as you see the pick. You're just going to have to force the issue and try to skill diff them. Do I look like a guy with a plan? You will be. You will be. Hopefully you will be next time you play this map as Ramatra. You know your plan now. We've gone through it. I'll beat that dead horse one more time. This is your whole plan. And it kind of defines both offense and defense. I think lower meta levels, this is your plan. Right? You take the point through that stairwell. If you're Diva, you can pressure that stairwell differently. If you're Monkey, you could pressure this high ground differently. Often, at higher level ranks, this will be the high ground they contest, and your plan's going to be a little bit different, but we're not there yet. And then this is your path. On offense and defense, high ground. Pretty hard to contest this high ground as Ramatra. This one you can get to. You didn't consider it because you weren't a high ground guy yet. Not like after this. You'll be the high ground guy going forward. And then I just think a little bit lack of aggression. Letting your team go play the game while you're the one pushing payload. Not diving in when you see that kill cam is to your advantage. That's about it. Recognize that kill cam. You're tracking cooldowns. You're recognizing the kill feed up here. And you got to react a little bit more to those cooldowns and that kill feed as well. So you're not that far. Like technically, I didn't like. You're not just like missing everything. You know what your abilities do. You're doing damage. You're getting picks when they're there. But it's just kind of the next level strategy. All right, this was really slow and belabored. I need to refine this, but hopefully this was somewhat helpful. I don't think there's nothing more to see. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll play a game. I'm gonna end this stream. You're welcome. Have a good weekend, man. Maybe I'll